Go.
Good morning, everybody. We are here in Wexford. Our Wexford Factory is very, very proud to have with us the master of Celine Byrne. Everybody know her. She's a wonderful singer, and I'm sure she's a wonderful teacher. So I leave the classes to her, and I would like her to give a big applause to her and to thank her to be here in this difficult year. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, students. Good morning to people online. It's great to be here. It's fantastic to be on stage again. I haven't been on stage since March, although I can't take it from my own. So I'm delighted to be here to help all these wonderful students who I've listened to over the last course of weeks and where next. And they have wonderful voices, 14 wonderful singers, 14 wonderful arias. And what I'm here to do today is just give my thoughts on technique, on a stylistic approach. And what I intend for the students to do is to kind of try everything that I'm saying, to kind of see if they don't want to try it, they don't have to, but just to try to see how they feel, see if it works for them, and then to go away and practice any of the idioms that I tell them, to see if it works on the body and singing in. Because of course you can't sing in everything that I say today, but work on them. If it doesn't work for them, then they can show it out. It's the same for me as a singer when I started going to different people, different master classes. There would even be teachers who were contradicting each other, and that's okay too. You just have to stay what's good for you. It's your body, it's your voice. You know your own body, you know your own voice, you know your own personality. And we're going to hear many arias today. I'm just going to pick one, for instance, like the Holy Aria, which we'll hear from in a second.
There's different ways to sing that, you know. You can be sultry, but you can also be alluring in your social intelligence and the way you hold yourself. It doesn't have to be all, pardon my French, tits and teeth, you know. So it can be different ways of approaching. So that's what I'm going to try today, is just to try and put a different slant on music. So without further ado, I think we get to jump in first, and I think we have Connor, please. And if each student would come up and they would introduce themselves, their full name, what they're going to sing, and a little bit about what they're going to sing, so that people at home can understand the story before you tell us through your voice. Thank you very much. And master classes aren't marked out of 10, so don't worry. I'm not here to criticize at all. I'm here to enjoy like everybody else is at home. So just entertain us.
Will do. Hello, my name is Connell O'Neill, and I'll be singing Se vuol ballare from Le Nozze di Figaro. Bravo signor padrone, ora incomincio a capire il mistero e aver deschietto tutto il vostro progetto. A Londra, è vero, voi ministro, io corriero, e la Susanna segreta ambasciatrice, non sarà, Figaro il dice. Se vuol ballare, signor Contino, se vuol ballare, signor Contino, il chitarrino le suonerò. Il chitarrino le suonerò, sì, le suonerò, sì, le suonerò. Se vuol venire nella mia scuola la capriola, le insegnerò. Se vuol venire nella mia scuola la capriola, le insegnerò, sì, le insegnerò, sì, le insegnerò. Saprò, 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 saprò soprano piano meglio gli arcano dissimulando scoprir potrò l'arte scorrendo, l'arte doprando, dico pungendo, di scherzando, tutte le macchine rovescerò. L'arte schermendo, l'arte doprando, dico pungendo, di scherzando, tutte le macchine rovescerò, tutte le macchine rovescerò, tutte le macchine rovescerò. Se vuol ballare, signor continuo, se vuol ballare, signor continuo, il chitarrino le suonerò. Il chitarrino le suonerò, sì, le suonerò, sì, le suonerò.
Bravo, it takes a lot like to get up and sing so early in the morning and be first. So I wouldn't like it. So bravo. Can you just explain a little bit about the piece, because I don't think you did and people need to know.
Okay, yes, of course. So this is right at the beginning of Marriage of Figaro, and it is the Susanna and Figaro are really are simply wed, and they've been moved into what Figaro thinks is the best room in the whole palace, and he's delighted. But Susanna quickly tells him, the reason we've been moved here is so the Count can get easy access to me while you're away. And he basically says, okay, well, I understand your plans now. I see how things work, but you're going to dance to my tune, basically.
Yeah, so it's not that he just wants access to him. The most important thing here is that Figaro is singing about the fact that at the time there was the rights. So the Count would have the right to take Susanna on the wedding night. So instead of Figaro consummating the relationship, the Count will go in there and off we go, have a good time. And Figaro doesn't like this. So when you start, we're not going to do the rest of it. I mean, there's a lot that we could discuss, but we don't have the time because it's a very short period for 14 singers. So we'll talk about the rest of it itself is a masterclass. So we'll just jump on to the aria. The recitative, in a recitative, for anybody that's listening at home, in a recitative, what you're doing is you're setting up the situation, you're describing the situation. And then the aria itself is then the emotive part, which is you're actually singing the emotion and playing out the role. The rest of it is setting it up. So we don't have time for that. Yep. So we're going to begin the aria again. And I'm going to stop you this time if I need to. Thanks very much.
Se vuol ballare, signor continuo, se vuol ballare, signor continuo.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry. We try it again. And what I noticed at the start is you're going, se vuol ballare. It's just trying to get a legato into it. You're singing crotchets, you know. You're not. When you sing it the second time, because this is kind of like a ABA form. In the second section, the B section, it gets very fast, and in the A section then comes back. Yeah. But in the A section that comes back in this ternary form, when it comes back, se vuol ballare, it's more sarcastic. Yeah. So now you're not being sarcastic. You're just kind of going, "Oh, is that your game, Mr. Count? We'll see about that." So you're not being sarcastic now. Now you're just sing it more legato, please.
Se vuol ballare, signor continuo.
All right, stop. That's actually really good. And the reason that's really good is because now that you're singing legato, you're taking more weight off. More weight off. Because I did find that when you sang it first, you're singing a little bit too much. Okay. Se vuol. It was just a bit too much. You know, you're Figaro. You're not the Count, right? And there's a difference, and I don't mean that in a vocal sense. I mean in an approach, because Figaro is not a Count. He's not of nobility. So you don't try and give off this kind of noble, this noble idea yet, because you're Figaro. You have to remember who you are, what your character is. So that I was just stopping you to point out that was good. Okay. So we're going to start again, and I won't stop you now.
se vuol ballare, signor Contino, se vuol ballare, signor Contino, il chitarrino le suonerò. Il chitarrino le suonerò, sì, le suonerò, sì, le suonerò.
Okay, let's get through that, okay? Because you'll find that a little bit difficult. So there's the Y is busy putting in the repeats, and you have to make the repeats different. So just go back to let's see. Go back. Or yes, please. Thank you.
Il chitarrino le suonerò.
Right, no,
Yeah.
you just jumped in there. Hello, breathe. Get the diaphragm ready for the C, you know.
Il chitarrino le suonerò, sì, le suonerò, sì, le suonerò.
So this is your diaphragm, as you know, because you're a singer.
Yeah.
You need to hop off that.
Okay.
Look, I'm exaggerating now,
Yeah.
right? Because there's my lovely big fat belly, right? So lift from the pelvis, lift up, so that you have everything ready, and then you won't have a problem hitting that note.
Il chitarrino.
Now,
Yeah.
how can you start?
Il chitarrino le suonerò, sì, le suonerò, sì.
Okay, what we're going to do is because you need to get into that note.
Yeah.
Don't detach it now. For
Okay.
the moment, there's no need to detach it.
Okay.
You can go. So just want you to do a legato into that.
Okay.
Take your time. Breathe. You have to breathe.
Il chitarrino le suonerò, sì, le suonerò, sì, le suonerò.
Okay. Now what I want you to do is you've legato. You've actually continued to two phrases. I want you to make a break to the phrase, but I want you to do legato in the second.
Yeah.
Repeat. I want you to do legato into the C.
Yeah.
And then the third time, break it.
Okay.
Okay. You know what I mean?
So. Okay.
Right, breathe. You're not breathing deep enough. Look, see this chest?
Yeah.
This chest, sorry, am I allowed to touch it? Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay, and I don't have the coronavirus. I did get tested, so I can be a little bit near. Now, he might give it to me.
I think I'll find it.
So what happens is I'm seeing your chest, right? And your chest is moving a bit too much for my liking, which means that your breathing is too high.
Okay.
And you're never going to be able to get up to that note if your breathing is high. It has to come from here. So big out your rib cage. So take a nice big breath. Rib cage should be out. So already it should be expansive.
Il chitarrino le suonerò, sì, le suonerò, sì, le suonerò.
Good. It's a starting point. That's good. That's better than having trouble and the note ends too shrill.
Yeah.
You need to cover it. And if that for the moment means that you have to sing legato into it, then do that.
Okay.
And drive it.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Se vuol venire nella mia scuola, la capriola le insegnerò. Se vuol venire nella mia scuola, la capriola le insegnerò, sì, le insegnerò, sì, le insegnerò.
Okay, stop. When you're singing about the capriola, this is a funny bit, and you're really serious.
Yeah.
You're making fun of him because the minuet is, this is the count. He's so full of shit, you know. And the capriola is the goat. It's the goat leap.
Yeah.
Basically, what you're doing is you're making fun of his nobility.
Okay.
Because then when you get back into, as I said already, when you get back then to the A section again, se vol volare, it's really sarcastic.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you point these little words or find little words in it. Okay, can we go back and just repeat that little bit? We don't have to go as far back as we did. Can we jump in there again somewhere? Yeah.
Se vuol venire nella mia scuola la capriola, le insegnerò sì, le insegnerò sì, le insegnerò. Saprò, saprò,
Okay. Don't worry. We'll jump because we are running out of time. We're going to jump, and we're going to jump into the reprise of the Se Vola, when the A section comes back.
Se vuol ballare, signor continuo.
Yeah, but it's more jovial. It's more kind of like, you know what? I know what your plan is, but you're not getting away with it.
Okay.
No way, not on my terms. Right? So now you're getting into the minuet, and this is where you're making fun of him.
Right.
Like, not happening, honey.
So do you want this to be a bit more detached?
No, yeah, a little bit, just a little bit playful, because it's like it's the A section coming back, so you don't want it exactly the same. But just put a bit of, you know, the Count is so charming and so noble, and he's a bit smarmy, if you know what I mean. You want to mimic that, like, Se vuol ballare. Yeah.
Se vuol ballare, signor continuo.
Good, I like
Se
that.
vuol ballare, signor continuo, il chitarrino le suonerò. Il chitarrino le suonerò, sì, le suonerò, sì, le suonerò.
Okay, stop 1 second. When you're doing that again, as we said before, right? I have to say, if you're having trouble getting that note, you have to sing into it.
Yeah.
You have to crescendo into it. What's happening is you're going, oh, time, oh, and you're taking the weight off. And then what happens is you've no support.
Yeah.
There's no drive. There's no support, and so now to overcompensate for because it's not really sung in the body yet. You need to drive it a little bit more, and by doing that is you have to crescendo into this note. Don't hold it on so long.
Okay.
And then jump off it and just.
Le suonerò, sì, le suonerò.
Good. We got somewhere.
Okay. Cheers.
Right. So these are only little tips. You know what I mean? You have to go away and you have to implement them.
Yeah.
Now, what I advise you to do with that is just to go and sing it in and sing everything legato before you start kind of moving it around.
Okay.
Because at the moment you can't afford to move it around too much.
Yes.
And you can't afford to detach it.
Yeah.
You really have to sing these long phrases. And it has to be Mozartlich. What I mean by Mozartlich, because we have a lot of Mozart, and the reason we started late, apologies people, was because we have 2 sessions today, morning and afternoon. In the afternoon, I decided that we'd do a Mozart block, but that's going to be put out on YouTube. So I thought it would be only interesting just to have a block of Mozart, but although Mozart is God, well, he's not God, I can't say that either. But so we just tried to mix it up a little bit. But Mozartlich, the stylistic approach to Mozart has to be really, really clean. Has to be really, really beautiful. Legato phrases, nice endings. Have to be aware of these 9/8 suspensions. It's very important that we get all these lovely ba-da, dee-da, ba-da. If you want to sing Mozart, listen to his piano concertos, because he did so many of them before he wrote opera. And he wrote the Marriage of Figaro at the height of his fame. And it was the first pairing with the Ponte. The second one was a year later with Don Giovanni. And it's important that you know all these things, because if you don't know these things, then you can't put them in the music, like the Figaro. You started this aria a little bit too full of voice and too kind of noble. And you're not noble, you're Figaro.
Yeah.
You're not noble at all. The Count is. You are a servant status. Yeah. But you need to go home now and do your homework.
Right.
And I'll see you next time.
Cheers. Thank you.
So we have next, we have Anna Brady. And Anna is going to sing for us a habanera from Carmen. Anna, will you just tell us a little bit about us when you arrived? And take your time. And I would say the next singer, if you kind of make your way up earlier, because then you have time to settle, because it's not nice. Even when you're doing an audition, be ready almost on the stage, because when you're walking up and everything, it takes a little bit of energy and you're already nervous. So your adrenaline is like this and then you have to sing. Not a good idea. Okay.
So I'm going to sing the Habanera from Carmen. This is our first introduction to Carmen. She knows everyone's watching. Don Jose is there. She's singing provocatively about love. She's very much in control of the situation, and yeah, and she's having a good time with this.
S'il lui convient de refuser, rien n'y fait, mais ne sans prière, la parole l'autre se tait. C'est l'autre que je préfère, il m'a rien dit, mais il me plaît. L'amour est enfant de Bohème, il n'a jamais connu de loi. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Si je t'aime, prends garde à toi. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Mais si je t'aime, si je t'aime, prends garde à toi. Que tu croyais surprendre, battu de lait, s'envola. L'amour est long, tu peux l'attendre, tu ne l'attends plus qu'il est là. Tout autour de toi, vite, vite, il vient, s'en va, puis il revient. Tout le tenir, il t'évite, tu crois l'évite et il te tient. L'amour est enfant de Bohème, il n'a jamais connu de loi. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Si je t'aime, prends garde à toi. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Mais si je t'aime, si je t'aime, prends garde à toi.
I like this. I love this aria. I love this aria. When you said about you're on stage and everybody's aware of you, what is your relationship now with Don Jose?
I know. I definitely like him.
Yes.
He's not really giving me.
Yeah,
much.
he's totally ignoring you.
ignoring me. Yeah.
He's totally ignoring you. So every so often you need to point to him.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen
Okay.
that you're kind of playing the room, and you should, right? Because Carmen comes out and she wants everybody to notice her, you know. but especially him. So she's trying to play hard to get,
Yeah.
but it's a really difficult aria because she's playing hard to get and actually it's kind of not working.
Yeah.
So she's kind of like, it doesn't bother me, care, but she does care. So we need to get that kind
Okay.
of sense of, and obviously you're a young girl, like you, not Carmen herself, but you are a very young girl, Anna Brady. And there's different ways, as I said, to play it. It can be very sultry, If it was me, because I'm older and wiser, I could play the sultry thing because that's kind of my personality. I'd be kind of like, giving it loads and all that. But that's because I'm very extroverted, But I like the way you're playing it. You're playing it in a nice kind of subdued way. But you need to find out what the balance is because at the moment I'm getting a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So you're trying to allure him. Are you trying to allure him physically by kind of saying, you could have me if you wanted, but you need to make a bigger effort? Or are you saying, I know how the world works and I could teach you things?
Oh, yeah.
So are you alluring him through physicality, or are you presenting yourself in an environment where he's attracted to your social intelligence?
Yeah.
Attracted to you and is intrigued by you and your behavior?
Yeah.
You have to figure out what it is, because at the moment you're doing a bit of kind of like, I'm too good for you.
Yeah.
Hard to get, which works sometimes with men. I don't know, like I'm married, so I don't know. Or is it that you're kind of saying, you have a good time with me, honey?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need to figure out how you're doing that.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again, and then I'm probably going to jump to the end because that was a little bit problematic. Also, as well, when you're singing, I am noticing, and you're a young girl, I am noticing that you've got a lot of vibrato in your lips, and that's not really a good sign. It's not that it's not a good sign. It just means that you have to be careful of that, because if that continues, what will happen is this vibrato, which is starting here, will develop into a bigger vibrato, and you don't want that. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to hear an opera singer going, oh, like Tarzan. Nobody wants to hear that. You're years and years and years away from that. Won't happen. But you need to kind of really work on your technique now. And I'm going to stop you at times to make you aware of it, because I don't know if you are. You need to sing a lot in the mirror as well, so that you can see these things. It's a good advice to all singers. If you sing in the mirror, I used to do that when I was studying. I got a mirror, and I used to think of Maria Freine's double chin when she was singing, because I used to always sing a little bit too high, because I was always like this, until I started to kind of get deeper into the body and try and bring my chin down a bit more. So it's just little things like that. But we're going to start again, and I'll stop you as we go along. And sorry, interesting about this aria, I keep going in front of the camera like that to talk to people at home. Interesting thing about this aria is there's two librettists, for Carmen, but it was Bizet himself that wrote the lyrics to this habanera. He heard the music. He heard, as he was writing Carmen, he had a different idea. I don't know if you know this, but he had a different idea for the entrance song of Carmen, a totally different idea. And then he got rid of this idea because he heard a song. He heard a folk tune and thought, oh, this is brilliant. I love this. I'm going to take this folk tune and I'm going to write lyrics to it. But as it turned out, and as transpired, the music that he heard was not a folk tune at all. It wasn't a habanera. He thought it was a habanera, an old one, but it wasn't. It was written 10 years before. 10 years before. He heard it by Iradier, by a composer called Iradier. And he took this piece and wrote lyrics to it and worked with the mezzo-soprano until it was ready. He rewrote it a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. I wasn't there. But before it was put in. But it's interesting, isn't it? You have to find these little interesting things. If you're doing a piece of music, study it. Study the composer, study what time it is, because even when he sang the Figaro, the Figaro, it's also reflective of it was 3 years before the Revolution. So it's also reflective of that as well. These are little things that you need to be thinking of in your music. So we'll begin again. I'm going to stay quiet now, so you didn't come here for history lesson. Okay. You started very well. I have to say, this start was better than the last one, because the last one before you kind of hello, and there was a diphthong, and I was like, hello, why is there a diphthong? It's not hello, it's
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this was a good start, and then the next phrase, you have to be consistent. Consistency. The first phrase was lovely phrase. You need to continue that. Off we go again.
L'amour est aux heures belles que nul ne peut apprivoiser. Et c'est bien encore
I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. You're going. You're coming off the phrase, and you're like, great, the phrase is over. This is what you're doing, and you're going, apprivoiser. And then it's like the next one. It's like you haven't prepared for the next
You're
one.
ready.
The diaphragm, as I keep talking about the diaphragm, it's very important, obviously, if you're a singer. Sorry, the brass strap is just coming. Yeah, sorry, it's just a Carmen move, you know. What you need to do is you need to keep the rib cage out, right? You need to have the diaphragm. You need to have everything lifted. The pelvis has to be lifted. I like to wear heels because when I wear heels, you should stand like a dancer. So standing like this with your legs spread, I don't know how you can do that. One foot needs to be in front, right? Only because if you're like this, imagine you're like this. If you try and lean forward, you end up moving.
Yeah.
So if you have one foot before, that means that you have all this space, all this movement to kind of sing to everybody and everybody listen to me, you know? Because if you're like this, you've nowhere to go. So, and then no diphthongs, please. And the reason you have diphthongs is because you're breathing at the last minute. You're going, no, and you're going, no, instead of, another mezzo, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just keep that phrase. So you need to, the air needs to be moving first. So it needs to be, so, do I have my microphone here? Can you hear this? So I'm like, there's sound already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not,
Yes, I get you. Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
And be ready for the next phrase.
Yeah.
When you come off one phrase, don't think, that was a lovely phrase.
Yeah.
I'm going on
Here
my
we go.
holidays now.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a lot of phrases.
Yeah.
And they repeat a lot too.
They
so,
do.
okay, off we go again.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's too attacky. It's too attacked.
Okay.
It's, there's no harm in doing that.
Yeah.
By the time it gets out there, no one will have heard you doing that. No one will hear that.
Okay.
Yeah. Not. You know, it's not a hammer and a nail. You're not hitting the nail. You know what I mean? It has to be this lovely phrase. You just go on it. Think of Carmen. Think of her. Think of this kind of like, baby.
Okay.
Right? Off we go.
Je préfère, il n'a rien dit, mais il m'appelait.
Again, it's phrase for you, it's phrase starts and phrase endings.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing like, okay, there's a kind of like there's a rest silence in the orchestra.
Yeah.
This is for 2 flutes, 2 oboes, 2 clarinets, 2 bassoons, 4 horns. There's a piston at the end. And so there's nothing in the orchestra at this time. Well, I mean, it still has to move because it still has to be in 2/4 time. It still has to move, but you have a bit of movement.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like when you're coming off the phrases, don't go. Can we just do the long words again, the expressivo? The expressivo, yeah. So it's going into a pianissimo.
Yeah.
So always as well, this is a good tip, guys, when you run out of breath or when you have to end a phrase, right? Just make an expressive face, right? And then you go, yeah. Yeah? Because otherwise you're going, and you don't want to, yeah? So just you have to use it, yeah? So just work on your phrase endings. And also as well, this kind of scooping, this verismo, I don't think you need to do it
Each time.
at the first one.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's just too
Extra
much of
big.
that.
Yes. It's too
Yeah.
much, yes.
And can we chest the E?
Yes.
Yeah. We're not going to chest the D though. You know the
So first yeah.
Sorry, can we go to, there's no bar numbers, which is very annoying. Can we go from the triplets? Yeah. Yeah. Before, 2 bars for expressivo. Please. I don't want you to chest the D. You
Okay.
chested it the first time, you did the second time. Yeah. D. Yeah. Lovely, no chesting, good. Straight, great. Chest the E.
Yep.
Yes.
Il n'a jamais connu de loi. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Si je t'aime, prends garde à toi.
Good, good. And the aria continues, right? So we're going to work on the end, if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then we have to get our next singer. So we just want to work on the very, very end. And can we thank the pianist, please? Because, yeah, thank you. Because basically we're treating him very badly. Because we keep stopping him and he used to follow us and he used to jump in. He's got more work to do than we do. And thank you so much. Because, yeah, we'll get you to do a concerto later. So can we just do the last, maybe the last 8 bars? Yeah,
Si tu ne m'aimes.
8 bars, yeah, the last 8 bars.
Si tu ne m'aimes pas, si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Mais si je t'aime, prends garde à toi.
Good. See what I mean by this?
Yeah.
We don't want that, right? So what we need is a line. And if you have a straight line, and if you sing a lot of Mozart, because Mozart is amazing. I tell you how amazing Mozart is? Yeah. Every student should take out Mozart. I am a verismo singer. I sing a lot of Puccini. I sing like Tosca, Butterfly. There's a lot of movement in my voice. But I always, 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 always go back to Mozart because you need to have a clean voice.
Yeah.
You know, I'm much older than ye, and I would like to think that my voice is still fresh because I look after it. It's like, you know, you have to look after your muscle. You don't expect to go into the gym and work for 3 hours on the weights and come out looking like Popeye. It's not going to happen. But if you just do a little 20 minutes every day in the gym and work on your weights, after a while you'll get your muscles and your abs that you want. Yeah. So it's the same with your body and your voice. You need to work on this muscle every day. And if you don't, and you think you just wake up and sing just because you have a voice, that's not going to get you very far for very long. Don't just rely on your voice. It's all a technique. It's muscle, your body. You need to work on it every day. So we're just going to go back to the end, right? Also as well, you're a little bit out of time. It's a bit messy.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Don't worry about that because I'm going to give the excuse that you're jumping in, so you're a bit disorientated.
Okay, so can we just do those 8 bars again, please? Thank you. Keep in time, please.
Yeah.
Si tu ne m'aimes pas, si tu m'aimeras, je t'aime. Mais si je t'aime, si je t'aime.
Now ready? Right here. Right, what I need you to do now is not go full voice. Now I want you to start with pianissimo, because you'll find if you have more control of your air, then you'll do less of this.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you go straight in and go too
hard.
hard, it's already
Yeah,
too much
yeah.
voice. So can we just try a little? I know it's forte, but we'll get to the forte by doing the crescendo.
That's
For
right.
you, this is what you need. For
Yeah.
anybody else, it can be straight forte, but for you, you need to creep into it because you need to control your voice. And the only way you can control your voice is controlling your air flow.
Yeah.
Okay. So just do the end. Okay. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I thought it was better because it's more control.
Yeah.
And your last vowel. More of an ah sound. Yeah, because you don't want to end the aria going like a duck. You don't want to quack at the end. So just do it again now with all those wonderful things and make this the best ending of this aria that anybody has ever heard.
Okay.
No
Do you
pressure.
remember?
Okay. Frangarda toi. Yeah.
Oh, just that again?
Oh, just take your time and
All
do
right,
it.
okay.
Yeah. Yay!
I'll work on that.
Good. If you find that there's too much voice and you find that you can't control your voice, right? And you feel this kind of doing this on you, it's just your air control. So you need to sing pianissimo and work through it. So it needs to be like a balloon, right? Say you are a balloon, yeah? And you're full of air. This balloon is full of air. If you go like this with the balloon and it goes, and you're controlling it, right? If you are the balloon of air and you just go, and it goes, that's what will happen. It's just air control. Right, who's next? Next victim. Shani, welcome. Where are you from, Johnny?
I'm from Sicily, from Syracuse. I'm the only Italian singer because I'm the exchange with Rossini Opera Academy.
Fantastic.
Rossini Opera Festival
That's
Academy.
why we are so lucky to have you. Wonderful. Fantastic.
Thank you. I will sing Avant de quitter from Faust.
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 Great.
I don't know.
des cieux. Ma sœur vos filles, daigne de tout danger, toujours la protéger. Cette sève si chérie, daigne de tout danger, la protéger, daigne la protéger de tout danger. Délivré de mes tristes pensées, je cherche la gloire au sein des ennemis, le premier, le plus brave, fort de la mêlée. J'irai combattre pour mon pays. Et si vers lui Dieu me rappelle, je veillerai sur toi fidèle. Oh, Marguerite, avant de quitter ce lieu, seulement taille de mes aïeux, à toi, Seigneur, roi des cieux, ma sœur, je vous fuis. Ô roi des cieux, je te protège Marguerite. Ô roi des cieux, ô roi.
I like his edition better. I have an edition here and it has hardly any
Yeah, sorry.
dynamic. Can I have it? Would you
Please.
mind?
Of course.
Because this is, it must be from the best tenor books and best tenor arias in the world. Yeah. Can we, or part-timers, can you tell them a bit more about what you're singing about and to whom, and tell them all about who Margarita is and explain the situation.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to work, and she's my sister.
You're going to?
Work.
Yeah, tell them.
Hi, I'm going to work,
He's a milkman.
and she's my sister. Yes, she is. And I have this chain that she gave to me, and I'm praying to the Lord to protect her also if I fall in the battle.
Okay. Well, the thing is that when you're singing legato, it's quite beautiful. It's lovely. You can hear this lovely legato phrase. Then when you move into this B section, which is moving a little bit more, and it's a little bit more, it's more agitato and there's more agilità. It seems to be a little bit problematic. So I'd love to hear you sing like this, an aria with some agilità, so I can kind of see more of it, because we only have a very short period of time to see this. But I want you to start again.
Okay.
And also, because you have now this lovely phrase, you don't have to worry about the phrasing. What you have to worry about now is what you're saying. You're talking about Signor, you're talking about God, you're talking about him being the king. and it's, you know, you're saying Señor et roi, and you're just going Lord and King. It's very.
Okay.
We need more nuances in the music, because it's French music, so we need more nuances in the music. We need more storytelling. At the moment, it's just very one-dimensional. Okay, go again. I have a better edition now, so this is good.
Oh, Sainte Madonna, qui me vient de ma sœur.
Try that again, and can we pay more attention to the words? You can look at the score if you need to.
Yeah.
Can we try it again?
Oh,
Again, it's lovely. I'm just being really picky now because I can be, because you've got a wonderful voice. Just, I don't want your, oh, there's actually too much air now, where some people need to have the air flow and go on it. What you need to do is, if you're using that air, you need to flow on it. You know, at the moment, it's, oh, oh.
Okay.
So it just requires a bit more lifting. Oh, not oh. It's the amount that you're giving out. It's not the way you're doing it. It's just the amount. Don't give so much. Okay, again. Lovely chords.
oh,
Yeah. But now what you're doing is you're taking the weight off your voice. Don't take the weight off your voice. Just use less air. And move into the phrase. Yeah, just try it again.
Okay.
Not volume. I'm not talking about volume. I'm just talking about amount of air that you're using.
Oh, Sainte Madonna, qui me vient de ma sœur. Oh,
We need to end this phrase nicely. De ma sœur. This is what I call the yo-yo effect, okay? So when you're singing a note, right, it's kind of like, I talk about this before in master classes. Sometimes part of the music is silence, you know? Silence is part of the music. De ma sœur. That bit is also music. Because if you go, sœur, and then there's nothing, you know, sœur, we need to hear a little, the yo-yo. So when you bring back the yo-yo, it comes back into your hand. Okay, try it again. We don't have to do the lovely chords. They are gorgeous. Thank you very much. They're wonderful. But it's probably too many of them just to jump in. So.
oh, Sainte Madonna, qui me vient de ma sœur. Au jour de la bataille, pour faire l'amour, reste là sur mon cœur.
Try and tell it now that you're kind of settled into the first part. Tell more of a story. Be more active in this.
Avant de quitter ce lieu, solennel de mes aïeux, à toi, Seigneur, roi des cieux.
voice, but I don't believe what you're saying. You could be telling me, you could be singing about you had porridge and toast for your breakfast.
Okay.
I don't get a sense of what you're trying to tell me. What are you trying to tell me?
Literally,
Yeah, like in front.
before I leave this place,
Yeah.
that is my own factory.
Yeah.
At you, my lord.
Yeah, but I don't see that. You're
I
just
know.
going.
Okay.
To you, my lord, you know, I need to hear at what, Signor.
Okay.
Yeah? At what,
Okay.
Signor. Okay?
Okay.
You're imploring God, you know? You're imploring him. So I need you. If you need his help, I need to see you ask him for help. You're saying it to him. You're saying, at what? To you, Lord. At what, Signor?
Like he's here.
Yeah?
Okay.
Because nobody says, when you're praying to the Lord, you're active in it. You're saying, please, Jesus, help me. Please, God. You're not going, I think I'll ask God later when I get there about helping my sister. You know, be more active. I need more active. Like
Okay.
the first part, okay, it's lovely and it's nice to settle and it's nice for everybody to hear your voice and this is fine. But it needs to get then you need to be telling the story.
That's something.
You know, at the end of the day, what is opera? Opera is musical drama. What you're doing is you're just telling a story through song. So there's no point in people just listening to your voice and going, that's a lovely voice. You have to move people. You have to tell a story. It's your job to tell a story. And I feel your voice is gorgeous. I could listen to you all day, but you're not telling me anything. You know?
Yeah.
Like even the words, you know, the French needs just a tiny bit. You have this, you have the right placing of the French sound, but some of the words are incorrect.
Okay.
And well, I want to hear more imploring here in this section. So can we go to the poco andante again, please?
Avant de quitter ce
More
lieu,
energy.
sol natal de mes aïeux, à toi, Seigneur, roi.
Sorry, a minute. You're saying he's the Lord and King, right? So you're just going, Lord and King. At what? Seigneur et roi.
Yeah, I
You
turn
know?
off after senior.
You know?
Okay.
To you, Lord, I'm asking you for help. You are the mighty one. You, right? You think
Okay.
you're not trying to send him asleep. You're actually asking him to help you. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not singing him a lullaby. Okay. So he's there. At what, Seigneur. And look also as well, like, you know, you've got this comma at what, Seigneur, et roi.
Wow,
You
this-
know, and
Okay.
et roi, and king.
From where?
From the poco andante again.
Okay.
Yeah, and it intensifies.
It was better the first
Yes,
part?
it was. It starts off piano, and then it doesn't say crescendo, but it's implied in that because you've got the triplets underneath you going bum 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 bum. Like it's all the. You have to look at the accompaniment as well. Like why is it there? You know, if you look at this music, it's not really. There's not really many dynamics written. It's just piano. But the whole section can't be piano. If you feel that the pianoforte is going underneath with this triplet, he's doing something. He's creating intensity with the bum 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 bum. So you need to recreate that then in your voice by adding intensity.
Okay.
Okay? Don't make me kick you up the arse now. So go.
I find.
Avant de quitter ce lieu, sol natal de mes aïeux, à toi, Seigneur et roi des cieux, masse je
The voice is beautiful and it soars gorgeous over those quavers. Ah. But you're talking about your sister, right? You're asking him for help to protect your sister. So you're going, please, Lord, help. my sister. You know, you want to like, my sister. She's your sister. If you didn't give a shit about her, you wouldn't be asking God to help her. So please, God, help my sister. Come on. Kick up the arse. Okay, again. Excite me. I want to be excited. They want to be excited. They want to feel. People are watching you and they want to go, oh God, he's great. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to stand up and go, I want to help his sister. Right? So go. Get everybody now. Go, get them. Go.
Avant de quitter ce
More
lieu,
intensity now.
sol natal de mes aïeux, à toi, Seigneur, roi des cieux, je confie, daigne de tout danger, toujours la protéger.
You look like, I don't know what you want to do. And I don't think you're conveying what you want, right? You have to see, you're getting, it's more intensified here and the harmony changes. It's getting a little bit chromatic because you're talking about the danger that your sister's going to be in. And you're saying, toujours, protégé. Every day, every day. Why is there repeats in music? Anytime you hear a word repeated, there's a reason for it. You know, he's not going every day, this is monotonous every day. He's going every day, protect her. I want you to get him to protect her and be passionate because it's dangerous. At the moment, it's just, oh, I'm ding, 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 ding. You know, I feel like you're in some kind of dream or something. You're not in a dream. This is a very serious situation.
Okay.
Right? It's serious stuff.
It's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just go on to we'll start there at the, yes, please.
Mm.
Yeah.
Daigne de tout danger, toujours la protéger. Cette sœur si chérie, daigne de tout âge la protéger, daigne la protéger de tout âge.
Yeah, and it's not romantic. You're making it very romantic. It's dangerous. It's not. It's not that. You're making it all. I feel like you want to, you know, give it a kiss after this phrase. No. It's like, please.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to feel more of this. I want to now carry on because I want to hear this little kind of like a agilità movement.
Okay.
D'une triste pensée,
We need to tidy that up. So can we do it again? And then don't forget when you get to those high notes, don't da 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 da. So
Yeah.
da 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 da. Lift, because if what happens is now you're concentrating so much and getting through this agilità, and it's only a tiny bit. You're going da 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 da, and you haven't prepared that. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Délivré d'une triste pensée,
we have more of a line in that because at the moment it's sticking out. Da 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 da. I want it covered.
Okay.
More covered.
Okay.
Okay. Try it again. know what you're going to
Livré d'une triste pensée,
Okay.
qui gâche chez la gloire aux ennemis, le premier, le plus brave, fort de la malade.
Take your time. Take your time. When you're talking about the brave, the big, the le plus brave, right? Take your time.
Yeah,
there's no need to jump off that note, you know. And anyway, you're singing quavers and semi-quavers, so now you've got a crotchet, so it'll feel like forever because you have more time. So and there's a crescendo. So take your time there. Again, in the orchestration, you have just a tiny little rest because it's all going plump, 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 plump. So it doesn't matter if it goes because it's Gounod, it's not Mozart. It doesn't have to be in time. So it can be plump, 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 plump. You know what I mean? It can be a little bit. Take a time. Now I don't mean make a tenuto there, but a little tiny bit quasi rubato. Okay? We try it again? And cover that say.
Livré d'une triste pensée, qui recherche la gloire aux ennemis, le premier, le plus brave, fort de la malade. J'irai combattre pour mon pays.
Take your time as well with those, because you don't want to go, you know, take your time. Sing
Also
through
before,
them, sing through them, right? It's like a horse jumping when you've got these hurdles, you know. You can see the hurdles, you know they're coming. You know, if you're a horse, you're not going to run up the hurdle and then go, oh, it's there. You see it, so get ready.
Okay.
So you're going, right? You see it, and you see it, and you jump. And you see it, and you jump. Yeah? You see these things. So sing through them, but take your time. Maybe we can slow down the tempo a tiny bit. Maybe you're singing a little bit fast because you're not really, you've got this wonderful voice and the legato is bellissimo.
Thank you.
But you need to work on the agilità. And if you can't master this, then you need to fix it for you. To fix it for you, maybe we need to slow it down a little bit so that you can use this wonderful legato you have to move through, yeah?
Okay.
Or else it goes like this bumpy road. We want to see this.
Okay.
Okay. So a nice, just a little bit quasi under tempo.
Livré d'une triste pensée, qui recherche la gloire aux ennemis, le premier, le plus brave, fort de la malade.
And then back again.
J'irai combattre pour mon pays.
Hello?
Good morning.
That's all you need. You have to, everything has to suit you as a singer, you know your own body. You know, this is something that you need to work on, but this is really good, okay?
Yeah.
This is a lesson for you today. Work on your agilità, but it's really good. Very nice voice. Congratulations. Yeah. Thank you. Next, who is next? Sarah, voce di donna. Everybody happy? Okay, because I don't like working with people who are not happy.
Want me to introduce it a wee bit?
Yeah, just tell people what it, because the people at home need to know what it's about.
My name's Sarah Richmond, and I'd love to perform Voce di Donna. It's from La Gioconda. At this point in the opera, I've been accused of being a witch. So the whole town's against me. It's really, really scary. I get rescued by Laura, who comes along and gets everyone to calm down. She takes care of me. So in this moment, it's like magical silence. I'm saying, oh, this voice of an angel has just saved me from being killed. And I really want to give her a rosary to thank her and to bless her and say thank you for making sure I get to stay alive.
Voce Sulla tua testa vigili la mia benedizione. Sulla tua testa vigili la mia sulla tua testa vigili la mia
That's lovely. You have a lovely voice. So yeah, as Sarah said, this is where she's been called a witch, and the reason she's been called a bitch, woo, Freudian slip. The reason she's been called a witch is because Barnaba is a character in this opera. Actually, it's a great opera, La Gioconda, because there's 7 characters, and each of the 7 characters are all like basically they're all really important roles, and they all have equally important roles. And Barnaba is fancies Gioconda, the title role, and Gioconda is not interested in him, and she's ignoring his advances. And with her, she's got the mom, and the mom is your character,
Yeah.
Lache. And so because he can't get back at Gioconda, he decides to hurt her the most, and hurt her the most by doing something to her mother. And that's why he accuses her of being a witch. And Laura is the wife of I think he's the sailor, is he? He's a duke. And she's the wife of him. And then she sees this, and she takes the mother under her wing and protects her. So this is when she gives the rosary. So it's very spiritual, it's very beautiful. And you have that lovely voice. And I think this voice is gorgeous, and especially for the middle section, the pianissimo, the leggerissime. It's going to be lovely. It's lovely if you have that quality there. But I think what you need is you need to have a different color for the start and a different color for the end. And also at the very, very end, what you're doing is you're blessing her. You're giving her the rosary and saying, God bless you now. And, as we would say in Ireland, may the road rise to meet you. You're giving her a blessing. And it has to be that way. And so the means I think when you sang the for me, it stood out because I was thinking, why is she going why are you saying you have to know why you're saying it. So it sounded to me like you were saying it going no, but you're not, you're going blessings, so I want to feel like there's different colors. You have a lovely color and it works in the music, but it needs to be, we need a different color at the start. And also as well, it's a very you're playing a mother, so I understand for a contralto, you're a contralto, mezzo, right? Okay, it's very difficult to find so many arias, but this is really for an older woman.
I just love the music.
The reason I chose this aria for you to sing was because I wanted to see how you would present it.
I could see you, because you're so young, I could see you playing a kind of like a feeble,
Yeah, like the friel.
a,
Yeah.
a feeble
skeleton.
old lady.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know, what you expect from this aria, from sung by a contralto normally, is a very robust, very, very dark sound, like you would get from Yeji Baba singing in Rusalka. So it's interesting. You've opened my mind to different interpretations, as also Sarah did with her habanera. You know, you can play a character in a different way, and everything can be. Is this Sarah? Isn't it? Anna, sorry. You can play characters in a different way. So I'm glad that I got to hear you singing this. But now, as I say, I want different colours.
Different colours.
And you have to remember as well. What happens is with your voice as well, that when you're singing the end of phrases, you're coming off it too lightly.
Yeah.
So it's starting to be a little bit
Too
predictable.
much. Yeah. Okay.
You know, I hear you in the first two bars and I say, wow, that's a lovely voice. And then I hear the song and I say, oh, she sang everything like she sang the first two bars.
Okay.
There was nothing really.
Yeah.
I want to make it more interesting.
Mhm.
And again, as I say, this aria, I chose it because obviously, I tell you, it's supposed to be sung by a really dark contralto, robust voice. So if you're playing the frail woman, that's good because it works for your voice type and your physique. But we can't hear this in the voice all the time.
Yeah.
Because then we actually would probably want to kill you. And we probably want to like go, oh, they would just take her out. Yeah.
Right.
So make us love you, okay?
Okay.
And this is it's a kind of like a verismo aria, but it's not really because it kind of is quasi, because it's in between the Verdis, the two when he wrote Othello and what's it, Aida. So it was between Verdi writing Aida and Othello. So it came at a nice time where it was very popular. But it's a bitch of an aria, it's a bitch of an opera. It's very, very difficult. And yeah, so can we try it again and see where we go? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Voci di donna o d'angelo.
Yeah, there you're doing it now.
Angelo.
Like why you don't need to come off your voice.
Okay.
Angelo.
Yeah.
You know, if we keep doing that, it makes your phrase weak.
Okay.
And to untrained ear, it would sound like you've run out of breath or something, and you can't be after a bar and a half. Just keep the, like, I won't say intensity. When I say intensity, I don't mean that you drive it with air and make it loud. I just mean the intensity as in the, you know, this control that you have. Whatever you set, whatever setting you're at, you need to keep that setting.
Yeah.
And you need to move through it. Eh? I don't want you to go, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay. Off we go again.
Voci di donna o d'angelo, le mie catene sciolto.
If there's a passing note, it's written there for a reason. So we need to make more of that C flat. You know?
Yeah.
Because there's a tiny little bit of a clash harmonically. But it's only as a passing note between the C and the B.
Yeah.
Flat. So you need to
Like point that more.
you need to move into it. It can't be 1, 2, 3. It has to be 1, 2, 3. There needs to be a quasi crescendo on that middle note so that it's intentional.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people would think you're singing flat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Uh,
can we do it again? And also, like the mie, it's fine to do a scoop in a way because it's stylistically okay, but we're still not at verismo stage. We're still in grande opera, right? Because the French grand opera was very, very popular in France, and this is the Italian version that Poncinelli has written Gioconda in this grande opera style. It's on its way to verismo. So try not to do too much of this kind of scooping verismo style.
Yeah.
It's not. It's okay, but it's not totally correct.
Okay.
Try it again, because it was written in, this is 1876. Okay, let's go.
Voce di donna d'angelo, le mie catene asciolto.
Yeah, hello? Totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different feel. Do you get that? Yeah, they agree.
Yeah.
Can I get a star? Yeah, so it's nice. You have to find these things and see why they're written. Like, why did he write a C flat? He wasn't just going, I'll stick in an hour C flat there because it might be nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's to give the kind of this kind of sobbing. You know, she's not sad. It's more that she's at Laura's mercy because Laura has saved her. Okay, carry on. Lovely. I don't know why you're doing this, but I don't know, but you don't sob.
Okay.
And also, it's called canto, so take your time.
Okay.
And if you're taking your time, please use those double L's.
Yeah.
Because the Italian needs to be really better than it is. It's grand, but it's not crisp enough.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Di quella.
Go back to mi viene pan. Yeah, see, that was lovely. I actually felt something.
Yeah.
And then what you did was you went back into your old bad habits and came off the phrase. I don't know why you do that. Oh, can we just have that phrase again? Yeah.
Di
That's all we need. Because you're going, okay.
Yes.
And I'm like, why? What is that for? Whose benefit is that for?
I'm trying
It's
to be
not for
saintly,
us.
you know.
We want to be involved.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you give me the you know?
Okay.
You're going, oh my God, I'm at your mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to grow into this.
Okay.
Because if everything is
Yeah, it's too same.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Have a
great.
go.
So try it again. And it's called canto. There's a reason. He wants you to be expressive. Or otherwise he would have said it at tempo. Right? Go on.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. You've just expressed yourself. And now we're going into this lovely change in the piano. Sorry, can you play that with beautiful? See, it's gorgeous. Gives you time to go back into reflective mood and then start again. Because there's the idea.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. It's like this is the music that he's written to give you an idea going, I'll give you my rosary. Because this is where she has this idea. Yeah? Off we go. Okay, at the moment it sounds like dum, dum, dum. It's not an anthem you're singing.
Okay.
You're giving her your rosary.
Yeah.
I think you're like there's only 2 dotted rhythms
Yeah.
in that phrase, and it feels like you've done a minute. That's kind of like an exaggeration, isn't it? Just a little tad. But yeah, so don't be,
Yeah. Okay.
the dots are the dotted rhythms are there for expression to go. I'll give you my rosary, because it's my rosary, I pray with this every day. My religion, my faith means so much to me, and because you have saved me, I want to give you my rosary. I don't want to say a prayer for you or light a candle. I want to give you my rosary.
Mm.
So it's kind of like there's a little bit of heartbeat in there because you're giving her something, she's giving you something that's really special.
Mhm.
So, you know, it could be that, it could be, I mean, it could be anything, but you have to interpret why it's there.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're looking at the music and going, oh, there's dots, I'll sing the dots. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Try
Okay. And use the triplet.
that. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah? Because he's got the. Okay. Okay. What's happening is after you do your dot, after you do your dotted quaver, your semi-quaver is too heavy.
Okay.
You're going.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's not Verdi here.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's all, you know, the dotted quaver is on the first beat of the bar. That's where your emphasis is. So don't emphasize the second beat.
Yeah. Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. No bashing of this. Just sing. Thank you.
Sensum pietoso Dom. No,
Okay, lovely. I love this color
Uh-huh.
because this is you're romanticizing this, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
It works.
Special.
Yeah. And then when you're singing your K, don't creep into the first beat of the bar. The 1st beat of the bar is always the strongest. Don't creep into it.
Yeah.
Make sure you land there.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then questo rosario.
Okay.
This, not
Mm.
it's like piece of it. This means a lot to you.
Okay.
Yeah. As I said, she's not saying I go to the church and light handle for you, love.
Yeah. It's. her
She's giving you the
rosary.
rosary. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ti porterò fortuna.
Okay, sorry, you did it again.
What?
It's going to bring you fortune. And you
Yeah.
went, fortuna. Yeah, finish your phrases. Why are you dropping off your phrases every time? I'm giving out to you now. Because it's a terrible thing because you're such a wonderful voice. You keep dropping off your phrases.
Okay.
You might as well just go, fortuna.
Okay.
Like
right.
remember as well that although this is beautiful and soft music, that you know it's not Mozart with a light orchestration, you know, even
Yeah,
though
yeah.
that was big. This is bigger orchestration.
Mm.
So you need to sing over this orchestra.
Okay.
You know? Okay. So yeah, fortuna. Can we just have that?
Fortuna sulla tua testa vigili la mia benedizione.
You're giving her a blessing. You're giving her a blessing, more or
Went too
less.
far the other way.
And you're now at the
Okay.
moment you're actually you're just after hitting her on the head with the rosary beads. If you just kind of give her
Somewhere
a
in
nice little
between.
blessing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and it's pianissimo. So sulla tua testa.
Sulla tua
Yeah,
testa
it's the color is wrong. It's too dark.
sulla tua testa vigili
Now crescendo. Yeah.
la mia benedizione. Sulla
don't want you to take a breath after tua testa vigili. I want you to carry that phrase. So sulla tua testa vigili. Yeah? There's an allargando.
Okay.
So if it's pulling, you can take time. So after you sing the first, sulla tua testa, take a little break.
Okay.
And
And
then
then
start
keep
again.
going.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Because it's slowing down.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you. Lovely. Keep going. Okay. We need to have a line here because it's starting to do this.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, we need that. So if you need to crescendo, put the crescendo in the middle of the phrase.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Lovely. I think you're too expressive here. It's still, it's still that kind of, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you're la mia benedizione was lovely. So you need to create that same atmosphere, and it's pianissimo.
Yeah.
Okay, so try it again, just that last phrase. Lovely, and again, that lovely intensity. Now, what does the all mean? What does the all mean? Because the last time you sang, you went, ah, and it was like, what was that? For what? Why are you saying ah?
That was just my
It's-
appreciation to her. I was going for like, oh, thank you.
But it's coming out of my benediction, my blessing. Oh, it's more of a, it's more internalized.
Yep.
It's not at her,
Okay.
even though you're singing to her.
Yeah.
Internalize it, because you don't want that to come out as forte in the middle of that beautiful piano phrase.
Okay.
It has to be relevant to what's before and after. Just because it's everybody thinks, oh, there's an an exclamation mark. It doesn't mean they have to do that.
Okay.
It can be expressive, but piano.
Yeah.
Okay, try it. Just that, and then we'll move on.
Done.
Make this the best I ever sung.
Sulla tua testa vigili la mia benedizione.
Yes. That wasn't so bad, was it? That was great. Thank you. Everybody all right? Everybody is okay? Yeah? No fear of a coffee here anyway, is there? Anyway, now we have Si mi chiamo Mimi. Oh, no, we don't. We have you. What are you singing?
Il mio tesoro.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, wow, yes. Wow. All I have to say is wow. Oh, that'd be nice. Skinny latte stir to the left. No, I'm sweet, no.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Gavin, and this morning I'd like to present Il mio tesoro from Mozart's Don Giovanni. This is the aria that Don Ottavio sings in Act 2, partially to the audience and partially to himself. Overall, I think Don Ottavio is quite a passive character in the opera, but this is his vow to himself and to the universe that he will dry his beloved's tears and avenge the murder of her father. So, Il mio tesoro.
And for the benefit of the audience here and at home, this is an extremely difficult aria, and hats off to you.
No pressure.
Didn't hear you yet now, but fair play.
Il mio tesoro intanto, andate, andate a consolare, e del bel ciglio il pianto cercate di asciugar, cercate, cercate di asciugar, cercate di asciugar. Ditele che i suoi torti a vendicare io vado, a vendicare io vado, che sol distragge morti, non sia voglio tornar, non sia voglio tornar, sì, non sia voglio tornar. Il mio tesoro intanto, andate, andate a consolare, e del bel ciglio il pianto cercate di asciugar, cercate, cercate, cercate di asciugar, cercate di asciugar. Ditele che i suoi torti a vendicar io vado, a vendicar io vado, che sol distragge morti, non io voglio tornar, non io voglio tornar, che sol distragge morti, non io voglio tornar, sì, che non io voglio tornar.
Wow. Well, for the benefit of those who are not in the music industry and who are watching this at home, that is a very, very difficult aria, and you've managed it very, very well. You should be proud of yourself, because it is very difficult, and you've got a beautiful voice. There's little things that we can work on, but it's really on its way, and yeah, you're very brave to even bring this. You know what I mean? Most people audition with different arias, and then they get asked to do this, and then they do it, but they're normally don't present it for an audition or anything, because you make one mistake and curtains.
Yeah.
You know. So well done. Yeah. So this is the first time we see Don Ottavio kind of like, I don't want to be you know, I don't want to get in trouble now by saying something that's gender misappropriate or something like that. But it's the first time we see him like man up, so as to speak, right? Don't want any emails about using that phrase, please, thank you. Because up to now he's always been kind of behind or like under her skirt, so as to speak. Again, a phrase I don't want an email about. And so this is the first time where he's going to be kind of brave, right? So with this aria, because it's so difficult, I don't think you need to worry too much about the expression, right? Because you really need to concentrate on every single note. And I think, you know, once you sing it, it tells its story itself, if you know what I mean, you know? So this is from Don Giovanni, as you know, the second opera that Mozart wrote with Da Ponte. Then he went on to write Così. So this is 1 year after the success of Figaro. Actually, Da Ponte wrote very, very quickly. He wrote Figaro like in like, I don't know, I think it was like 6 weeks or something mad like that. I remember him telling me that. It's one of these operas that was so very famous at the time, and it was an instant success. And we're just going to sing it now again, and we're going to stop and start.
Il mio tesoro intanto andate, andate a consola.
Yeah, okay. Did you run out of breath there?
No, I'm just trying to taper away the
Okay,
end. Yeah.
again, when you lift off the end of the phrase, like, sorry, who's the last singer again?
Sarah.
Sarah, yeah. Don't come off the phrase too early because it sounds weak. And also, if you're trying to lift and you lift too early, it sounds like you ran out of breath.
Okay.
As again, if you run out of breath and push, you know, your diaphragm's a great thing. It's a muscle, right? So if you feel like you're running out of breath, you can always push that little bit extra with the diaphragm. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like you're running out of breath. As I say, expression-wise, I'm not really worried here because you just have to get through this aria. Yeah. So can we just do that? Yeah. And of course, it's not very easy because Mozart presents us with this tricky aria instantly, because the first phrase is ascending, and then the next one, andante, is also ascending. So he's not making life easy for you. I don't think he really liked him as a character and just decided to write terribly for him. And the same
I don't think he likes any tenors ever.
The same with Fiordiligi. He didn't like her, so he wrote her music all over the place, so she wouldn't be able to sing it because he didn't like the singer at the time. But this, I think he didn't like the character maybe. But can we just start again and be wary of the fact that when you get to the end of the phrase that you sing, it ends with an exclamation as well, that you sing to the end. And it's a or, so it's nar, okay, or la, consola, consolar.
Okay.
That'll help too. Okay. Great stuff though.
Il mio tesoro intanto andate, andate a consolar. Il del bel ciglio il pianto cercate di asciugar, cercate di asciugar, di asciugar.
Good. Just be wary of the fact that in the previous phrase there was an E natural, and it was just tending to be. Just be careful that when you're going down that it doesn't sound like you're singing an E flat, or is that supposed to be an E natural or an E flat? Just be careful. Just always think high, because in this all the start of the phrases, they're all ascending, and then this one's going down, but it goes down to an E natural. And don't let it go down so far that your voice kind of sinks in and makes it sound lower than the E natural. Yeah?
Okay, yes.
But then you've got that, and then you've got another one as well.
Mm.
Be wary of you've got an E natural, and then you have a G natural.
Mm.
Just be wary of those two because they stick out harmonically.
Mhm.
So you really need to kind of make sure that they're like 100%, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay. So we'll carry on because that was lovely. And I absolutely love it. It's actually, it feels so good. Do you love it? I love it. I get very excited. I'm listening to you doing this like, and it's like, I don't know, it's just amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Right, carry on then, off we go.
Dite che suoi torti
Okay, it just was, you know, just, again, just to have the Mozart line in it, yeah?
dite che suoi torti a vendicare io vado, a vendicare io vado, che sol di strage morti non sia volio donar, non sia volio donar, sì, non sia volio
Okay, that was lovely. That was lovely. That was lovely. That was lovely. And what you need to do is you need to, how long have you been learning this? Because it sounds like you know what you're doing, but it sounds like it hasn't been in the body long.
This is now the third time I've sung this in
Okay,
public.
yeah,
So.
okay, right. So it does sound like that, like it's still beautiful, don't get me wrong, but just that if it's in the body, it's like the muscles, right? It's like if I'm singing an aria and I've sung it like loads of times, I know instinctively what I need to do before I get to that note. And with that particular phrase that you sung, needs to be you need to slow it down just a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Just at the end, right? Now, don't go slowing down Mozart. Mozart should always be in tempo. It's only for him. Don't mess with Mozart, right? Really don't. But with this, it can be stylistically. Okay, so can we just try it again? And if you run out of breath, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because this is a masterclass, and we're just. Actually, it's not a masterclass. It's not a master. This is a working session, and we're just working on it.
Sure.
So can we just do that phrase again?
Perfect. Thank you.
non sia valio
Right, this is where I want you to be able to slow it down.
For both of them. Okay.
But just try and build it in.
Yeah.
Right?
Very
It's
good.
just homework.
Yeah.
But I tell you, once you get it in on the body, you'll be able to do that. And then you go again.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's whoop. Sorry, just fell over. His voice is so amazing. Yeah, it just, and if you listen to different recordings as well, it'll help because you get to hear. When I've listened to this, thank you so much. She's my favorite, by the way. When you hear different recordings, you'll hear different. Ways people take breaths. I always think the best way to take a breath, and you'll always find this in Mozart, you'll always find repeated notes. And when he does repeated notes, that's where he wants you to take your breath. You know, I'm not sure because I don't have the music. I'm just looking at my notes. There's normally, I think there's 2 Ds there. Maybe there is or there isn't. But anyway, you'll find and you can break. You'll find a way, but just try different ways. It's all about working in something and trying it this way, trying it that way, you know. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you have to try, yeah? Okay, we're going to jump on because really there's not much to say to you because it's all a learning process and it does have to go into the body, but it's really on its way. It's really great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can we maybe jump to the end? Whereabouts now can we jump in? What do you suggest, Maestro? Thank you.
Sure. 86. Hang on, I don't, yeah, press it. Okay, thank you.
Che sol distragge i morti, non si valia non so valia che sol distragge i morti, non si valia sì, non si valia tornar.
Great. Just have to work on that little bit. Do you want to repeat it? You know what you did,
Yeah.
which is a wonderful thing. It's great to be so self-aware that you actually know and you feel that you did. So we'll just repeat it there.
Sure.
You can jump in wherever you feel like you should.
Okay.
It's like this is your non si valia it's like, oh my God, you started off kind of like a whim
Yeah.
at the start of Don Giovanni, and now you're like, this is going to be, I'm you know. You ever see a weak person and they're going, I'm going to kill him. So what you started, the start of the aria going, I'm going to kill him, to the end going, I'm going to kill him, right? You've actually grown in this aria to like, this nuncio is your big moment.
Yeah.
It's your kind of like, that's it now, I've had enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this has to be a little bit more kind of weighty, but obviously be careful, don't put too much weight because you won't make it through the phrases then either. Yeah, and it's all offbeat. So in these offbeat sections, we have the tension with the quavers extended over each beat. So we need to feel the tension of these quavers to you kind of going, it's kind of like the tension created in the quavers is more like a kind of like adrenaline. You've got an adrenaline rush now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know?
Okay.
But when it comes to it, he'll stand in front of you and you'll run away. But that's not the point. In your mind, you're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe measure 87
Yeah.
then?
And anticipate all these offbeat notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Che sol distragge i morti, non si valia tornar, sì, non si valia tornar.
Well done, Gavin. Andrew Gavin.
Thank you very much.
Well, you look like Gavin. I think you should tell your parents you're going to be called Gavin from now on. No, it was great. Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now we have, I think, Francesca. Hi, Francesca. And we're doing okay for time too, which is great. Thank you. Everybody's okay? Everybody's happy? It doesn't sound like it. Everybody happy? Yeah. Yay, good. So we're going to have this lovely lady introduce herself. All the people in the auditorium know her because they've worked with her a lot. And she's going to introduce herself to the people at home and tell everybody what this aria is, where it's from, and what's happening as she's singing this. Thank you.
Sure. Hello, my name is Francesca Federico, and I will be singing Si mi chiamano Mimi from La Bohème. In this aria, Mimi is introducing herself to Rodolfo. She's just come into his room asking him to light her candle. He's told himself a little bit about her, and this is her reply. She says that she's a simple person. She loves flowers. She loves things that remind her of love. She loves the springtime, and it's a very beautiful piece. I hope you enjoy.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll just start again.
Yeah.
Because you're a beat late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely. So this is when Mimi is introducing herself more or less to Rodolfo. So he's in the room, he's beside her, and he's just after singing. You need to be aware that he's there. So you need to, you know, especially when you're saying you know, you need to know where he is.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's moved around the room a little bit, and I don't know if it's a mouse you're looking at or if it's Rodolfo, because your eye line is moving. You need to fix the spot. We're going to begin again. It's a little bit slow at the start. I think it could be a little bit more. It could be, you know, it's andante.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a little bit more. Can move a bit more, and yeah, we'll just start and see where we go.
Sure.
Because there's a few things, but it's all good.
Si mi chiamano la storia mia è breve, a te la seta richiamo in casa I fuori.
Okay, good. So before we get into the song tranquilla and all this lovely phrasing, right? We have to kind of open it up, right? So we need to start at the beginning, and we need to say, "Hi, yes, si, mi chiamano Mimi. My name is Mimi, but my real name or my nickname, you know, is Lucia. Yeah, you seem very serious, you know. They call me Mimi, but my name is Lucia." I'd actually run out the door. I'd say, "Thanks very much, love, but I'm not interested." Yeah, he might stay, but thank you, but he won't be cuddling up afterwards. So, so can we have a little bit more kind of? I want to see you. I want to see this girl. At the moment, I feel that you're kind of too formal.
Okay.
You know, the formality has gone out the window.
Yeah.
Because you've already blown out your candle. You've already played games with him. So you know what you're at. You know what game you're playing. So now you're trying to kind of like, now this is kind of like at the start, it's like a wink, you know, kind of like, how are you? You know, as Joey would say, how are you doing? Right, it's a bit like that, yeah? Okay, so can we have a bit of that then? And can you tell me where Rodolfo is going to be? Can he be this speaker here or something? Yeah. Because he's probably sitting down after singing this big aria going, did I sing that C? Was that C good? I don't know, I'm not sure. So he's not really interested in you, but like just refer to him. Okay. You know, my name is Bibi, but you know, my name is Gia. How are you? How's it going? How's things? All right. Storyboard, yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, off we go. Storyboard.
Si mi chiamano
Good. Okay, good. You're singing it a little bit too much.
Okay.
And I don't know what you're doing with your hands. Okay. But that's okay. Singers do that a lot. They do things with their hands. You know, just imagine you always have to find out the time period, or like, I mean, also as well, it depends on the director, because you don't know what time period he's going to set it, and you have to have your idea of the character, and it's here in your fist. And then what you have to do is then when the director tells you that he or she would like you to play the role in a certain way to match the idea that they have with regard to the time frame, the kind of environment and everything, you need to put your character inside their kind of idea, and it needs to blend. Yeah, but you still hold on to what you believe. But obviously it depends. You know what I mean? It could be a modern production. It could be a very old-fashioned production. You know, where but you're still the same Mimi. So if you're saying, "Hi, they call me Mimi, but I'm really Lucia," you know, you wouldn't go, "Hi, they call me Mimi, but my real name is." I'm over-exaggerating what you did.
Yeah.
But my real name is Lucia. Because I don't know what's going on here. It's just a conversation. You know, behind closed doors. It's just a conversation. You're not like in his face, but you're still kind of a little bit coy, and but you need to, if you want to do something with your hands because you're a bit nervous and you're acting like you're nervous, and you're a little bit coy, that's fine, but don't do this big wide for what? Like you wouldn't talk like that. I wouldn't come into the door and say, "Hi, everybody," you know, unless I think I don't know, built like a shit house or something. So can we go again?
Yeah.
Keep it light. Lovely.
La storia mia è breve, a te la seta ricamo in casa I fuori.
Okay, you're saying my story is brief, and then the next phrase you sing is very labored and very slow. So,
La storia mia è breve, a te la seta ricamo in casa I fuori.
yeah, so your story is brief, so keep it brief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
La storia mia è breve, a te la seta ricamo in casa I fuori. Son tranquilla e quieta, ed il mio svago fare giri rose.
It's a rallentando there. Because you're going into a new, you're going in, so you have to be aware. You have to like, Puccini was amazing. Not as, I don't know. It's a fight between Mozart and Puccini. I don't know. Like everything that you need to sing is on the page. Like everything. And he wrote so wonderfully for sopranos. Like we're very lucky because he loved sopranos on and off stage. And yeah, he was a gigolo. But you need to find what he's looking for, and it says it. It's more or less what it says on the tin. Guys, you know, you really have to pay attention to. Not what I'm saying. You thought I was going to say that. You really have to pay attention to the music and what it says, because 9 times out of 10, it's really clear because it's written there. So there's a rallentando there because then we're going into a new phrase. That's why I said to you when I said keep it brief. I want you to keep the tempo moving because the andante calmo doesn't come until now after the rose.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we go from la storia? No, son tranquilla. Thank you.
Son tranquilla e quieta, ed il mio svago fare giri rose.
And then relax.
Mi
Sorry, it's still an upbeat semiquaver.
Okay.
Mi piacciono quelle cose che al semplice maniera che parlava
Lovely. Okay, let's work on this. Let's work on why your color changes. What you're doing is you're bringing your voice up to the back, right? And you need to sing it in, whereas so your resonating chambers here, your nose and your mouth, you need to sing it more forward. At the moment it's right. So if I was to kind of do a kind of a diagram of, so here's your mouth, your voice is going back. You're going, I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating.
No, I know
I
exactly what
sound
you mean.
absolutely appalling. You sound really, really good. But it needs to be covered. It needs to be fuller, and it needs to be up. So it needs to be. It was the wrong tone, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So just bring it up.
Okay.
Again, the trick is if you can't reach it immediately, to do a pianissimo and build into the pianissimo. It's the only way that you'll find the focus. Can we do that again? Yeah, I think it's okay to jump in there because you would be normally. Yeah, great. Now take your time.
Yeah.
And don't jump into the pre.
Okay.
Because you have it now. That was easy. I'm going home. is where you were placing your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah? Just, you were hooking it in the wrong area.
Yeah.
You were bringing it back instead of, yeah? But that's easy. I mean, hello. If I can speak to every singer like that and they got it that quickly, my job would be so easy. So, di primavera. Carry on. Che parlano. Yeah, make this nice. It's romantic. Use the double L. That's lovely. See, that's really nice. Now, if I was Rodolfo, I'd be hooked. Yeah. That's really lovely, really lovely. Right, now keep going. Yeah. Sorry, thank you. I just wanted to stop straight up. Lovely. Now. Yeah. You went back. It should be in the same place.
I'm just always so unsure about what, because the dynamic line is supposed to keep growing through that whole phrase, do you think, or should it?
Well, I wouldn't be sacrificing the sound for a dynamic, and dynamics are relative to your voice.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, so I would just sing it.
Okay.
That's what you are. You're a singer, yeah? So just sing.
Okay.
Okay. That's easy. Off we go then. Go back then and we'll do that again. Yes, please. From the Con Grande Espressivo. I'm going to call it a birdie sound now because you have this birdie sound. I don't want to hear it anymore because I know that you don't have to do it because we hear that you can do this beautiful top note. So you don't need to do this. I don't know why you're doing it. I think mentally you're thinking that it should be quieter. And what you're doing then is you're trying to take the weight off your voice. And because it's so big, the phrase, and you're pushing through it, your air is moving while you're taking the weight off your voice. So it's starting to, it's like birdie flutter. We don't want any fluttering up there. And also as well, remember that the diminuendo, a lot of singers, they go, and they're really pianissimo. But the orchestra's still big there. It only the diminuendo is on the next bar, on the mio. So can we do that? And it's con grande with a big expansion and with expression, and it's forte, and it's Puccini, it's verismo. The orchestra is huge. The style is sweeping. You know, they're going to follow you. The conductor will follow you. Okay. Yeah? Don't say I'm that. That's the conductor ever. Okay, let's go. I'm going to stand in front of you now. We're going to do this, right? So, come on. Let's go. Okay. your moment. Yeah, and it was gorgeous. Well done. And then we don't have time to finish it, but the next bit is and then don't go in the same voice. Oh no, carry on, just carry on. I want to hear what you do next. Sorry. Yeah, you're using the same color.
Okay.
I don't want to hear the same color because you're going, the first son is my son, and then you're like, oh, and then you're going, oh. You forgot he was in the room because he's so passionate.
Yeah.
And the ironic thing is that he's the one talking about poetry and, you know, and he's the poet and he's the expressive one, but you are actually the expressive one.
Right.
Without using the words to express yourself, you feel the expression through what you're saying. Yeah, you're just talking about the son being first son because obviously it's got ramifications and a lot to do with the fact that, you know, if there's another son, you've lived another day, you know? But he's the poetic one, but yet you have just created poetry. So can we just do the E mio and then E primo? So let's go from the pianissimo. And now you're back in the room. Yeah, just but it has to be a different color.
Okay.
Like, oh, I forgot myself.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
okay.
oh, sorry. Oh, by the way. Oh, yeah. Oh, what was I saying? That kind of
Yeah,
attitude.
okay.
Yeah. So just go. Yes. Yeah. You can stop there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you need.
I
A different color because
Yes.
you got distracted and now you're like, oh yeah. And by the way, yeah.
Okay.
Well done. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Where do you live?
In New York.
Oh, pity. I'd love to work with you on vocal technique. Right, some more Puccini. Puccini. Right. And we're all going to enjoy this aria because it's a great aria, but also because then we can go on lunch.
Yeah, right. Just a quick tune-up. It's not like you haven't heard it.
Well, hi, I'm Kathleen Norkey, and I will be singing Quando me invo from La Bohème also. And at this point, different character, a little more spicy. Musetta, you would know it as Musetta's Waltz. She is trying to entice her on and off lover, Marcello, and just by kind of saying, like, look at me, because everyone else does. So that's kind of...
You go get him, girl.
That's where we're at.
lovely, and your beat is lovely.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Warmed up a few hours ago. So.
Great, good girl. Right, can we start again? And I'm just going to stop and start you. Now, before you start to sing, you're scooping a
I know.
lot,
Yeah.
right? Like, we don't want any scooping.
Okay.
So it's not quando, it's you're going yeah, and it's pianissimo, but it's over a big orchestra.
Okay, cool. I see what you did there. Okay.
It's okay. I still think it's a bit cool.
Okay.
Leave out the W. There is no W in it. What I'm saying is, you know what I mean? The W sound.
Yeah.
Just go. Qua. So don't go. You're doing this. Just go. Yeah, and there's an N in Mendo. Use it.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, now it sounds like you're a Chinese person singing Italian. Oh my God, this is actually cultural misappropriation. Please don't be getting out to me about that either. But it's just that when Asian people are singing, sometimes you don't hear the consonants.
Yeah.
And you should be able to pronounce the consonants. Should be no problem to you.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with the expression. You know, I'm saying to some people who are singing really beautifully and legato, that they've no expression. There's nothing wrong with your expression. It's absolutely perfect. Your delivery is brilliant. We just need to work on the Italian is not 100%, and the scooping. So we need basically just two things: line and Italian.
So yeah.
And that's basically it then.
Sorted. Got it.
Yeah, you did it. You're doing a W, like a sound.
Yeah.
You close your mouth, and that's why you're getting the sound. You're going. Okay. Hold your mouth open like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Mouth open. Yeah. Still no N in the menvo.
Huh?
Menvo.
Menvo.
Yeah, as I said, Puccini wrote so well for the soprano voice. We're very, very lucky and privileged. So he knew what he was doing. So if you want to move from that D to the C sharp, you just need to do that.
That
The
N.
D sharp to C sharp.
Okay. Okay.
And again, the vo, don't close your mouth. Vo.
Okay.
Lovely. Okay, great, good. That's lovely. And the sound is better.
Cool.
You did your quasi ritardando early. It was a bit too early.
On which? Where did I do
Quando mango soletta per la via. The via is still in tempo.
that? It's still in tempo. Okay.
You did it in the quasi rit bar, and it should be in. It's the first beat of the quasi rit bar, but it belongs to the a tempo bar.
Okay.
If you get me.
Yeah. Let's see if I actually
You
can
know what I mean.
do that.
Hold on there. Hold on. There you go.
Got it.
Okay. This is lovely now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Same place, beginning?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, sure.
Nice now.
Okay. It's good now.
Thank you.
I felt like you had to run. You forgot something. Okay. Right. This is a accatura, so it's. You're singing it like it's you're half in the note. You know, it needs to be a little bit faster. Again, you're, I think, doing that too much. It's a decorative note. It's more like it's basic. It's basically musetta gone. Yeah, you wouldn't go boom, boom, boom.
I might.
So we needed a little bit, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's the?
Okay, you're supposed to land on the F sharp.
Where did
I think you went down to the E.
Oh, okay. That happened. Okay.
It's okay. No.
You're right.
And I want to see this, okay? Because you want, like when you're singing quando menvo, the first bit, like even though it's piano, you're saying quando menvo. That's for everybody. And then you go quando menvo. It's like everybody listen. Now I'm telling a story.
Okay.
Yeah? That's what you want to give that. Just mental thing, right? So try and fix this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Can we tutta ricerca?
Yeah.
Tutta ricerca in me, ricerca in me da capo a piedi.
Yes, good. Keep going.
Ed assapora allor la brama sia sottil che dagli occhi traspira.
It's a little bit under.
Yeah, that didn't say.
And I want this yo-yo effect after
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay.
Still, I don't hear that as a feature. It's a little bit under. I'm going to have to go beside you now and do this.
Thank you. Yeah, it'll help me. Yeah.
Try it again. Just do that whole phrase again.
Okay. Ed assapora.
Yeah. That's it.
Ed assapora allor la brama sia sottil che dagli occhi traspira e dai palesi vezzi tender so.
Yeah, again.
It's
I think there's something wrong with you and ornamentations. You don't get
kind
like,
of.
yeah.
Yes.
You have to do them. He wrote them in. Yeah, so you have to sing into them. And if that's your exercise for 20 days,
Fine.
for 20 minutes every day, you have to. Before you sing this aria ever again, and you're doing your warm up, you need to go and then do all your accaturas and get them all right, yeah?
Okay, so.
Okay, go back to the
E
dai paeles.
dai palesi vezzi tender so.
No. Yeah, but now you're going, it's lazy.
So.
Yeah, you're going, I don't know what you're doing, you're going, like the important note is the G, you know? You're just going, yeah. Now you need to put it in the phrase. Right, so we go back again.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm really pulling this apart, sorry. Don't break that phrase. Do that all all in one phrase.
Okay.
You can do it in in one breath.
Yeah.
And it makes more sense. You don't break that sentence.
Phrase-wise, yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Do it again.
Ed ai palesi tenders
Oh, so don't So keep going.
Yeah. The reason I want you to keep going is because I don't think you know the relationship between the E and the G sharp.
Okay.
You're so used to breaking it that you actually don't understand the whole sentence.
I think, yeah, okay.
Okay?
Okay,
It's
okay.
only for this. It's only for a working session. I don't expect you to do that in performance, but I want to hear the relationship between those two notes.
Okay.
Can we try it again?
Yeah.
Ed ai palesi tenders
Yeah. Okay. We need to hear this stronger relationship. There's there's you're putting a rest in between them, so you were thinking in two phrases when
Yeah.
it's one phrase.
Got
So
it.
now you can take your breath, but I want to hear the sense that it's one phrase.
That like yoga.
Okay? Please, thank you. Ed ai palesi. That's piano.
Right. That was not
Expression. You have to fix that intonation, and you had another ornament there, another actura that you just didn't use. You really have to pay attention to these.
just did it.
I think when you learned this, you went, and that's what's coming out.
Yeah.
Instead of, da, da, da. She sparkles, you know. Musetta sparkles, you know, so she's like going around putting fairy dust everywhere. You know, it has to be. That's reflective in the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from
And also as well, I think this is really a bit slow. You're not,
Yeah,
you know, you want to move through it. You know, you want to go, you know, you're not, you know, we don't want to send people to sleep. You're trying to grab everybody's attention.
Okay.
It's supposed to be sultry, but it's supposed to be kind of like, you know, not pedantic.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we go, where is the best place to go from? Go from, no, go from there again. Ed ai palesi.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, until we get it right, we'll have to keep going. It needs to be piano.
Even more piano.
Pianissimo it is. But if you could just do the piano, that would be
That'd
all
be
right. Yeah.
Just like do it. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
This is
Just like that. Just like that.
No, but that's what you want to do. You want to go. Yeah?
Okay.
That's what you want. She's a sexy woman. She's a sexy woman. Like I said about Carmen, she can be played in two different ways.
Yeah.
Musetta can.
She's just
She is basically, could be seen as a prostitute of sorts. She likes to be looked after by her men, and in the act that's missing, you know, there's an act that's missing from the play. In the act that's missing, she introduces Mimi to a suitor. So she's kind of like, this is what she does. She finds rich men to look after her, you know? And they don't look after her because they feel sorry for her. They look after her because she looks after them.
I see.
So we need to see a bit of that.
So
Yeah? Yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of like self-explanatory as well. It's like cozy, like this.
Yeah.
You know, like look at me, bitch. You know? Come on. And that's lovely. to be all
Sexy.
yeah. Your intonation. You need to fix the intonation. Okay. So, no, it's flat. It's flat. Yeah. Now this has to be pure sex. And then again, you have to work on them. It should be. Yeah.
Whatever that is.
What is it? Yeah, they sound
They're so
labored.
bad, yeah.
They're not so bad. They just sound labored, and they're just glitter. It's just glitter on a note. Just a little bit of glitter on, you've got your cake and your icing. It's just the sprinkles. That's all. Okay, carry on though.
Well, from where are you?
We're just, yeah.
G.
And use a double G. Yeah, see again. It's labored.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
yeah.
Okay.
Just move through it.
Oh, so bend.
Yeah.
Oh, non-laboring.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. And normally the people have the difficulty with that end B, but you don't. So you just have to fix.
So I have to fix the other.
Yeah. So if you just had to sing the B, you'd get the job. But you have to sing the whole aria.
Okay, fair.
Right, guys.
Deal.
Lunch. Here's.
So all the time. Thank you. And thank you, everybody. And we will see in 1 hour. Okay?
Thanks. Are you enjoying it?